ACT stands for Accelerating Clinical Trials Canada, which is a pan-Canadian clinical trials consortium, which is bringing together clinical trialists and people that work in clinical trials from across the country to also engage the public to help accelerate clinical trials in Canada. Canada is not currently a world leader in terms of a large biotechnology sector. And I think we have to, both as a nation, but also as clinical trialists, we need to refocus attention to actually evaluating Canadian biotechnology. Some of these companies will be successful, they will grow, and as they grow, they will invest more money back into research, and we can ensure that when the next pandemic happens, we're in a situation where we're not dependent on the rest of the world to find solutions for us.
The ACT Consortium, I think, is an ideal way to stimulate commercial academic partnerships and clinical trials. We take vital signs that are routinely monitored in ICUs and emergency rooms, and we calculate patterns of variation called variability analysis, and then convert that to predictive models with machine learning or AI, and embed those predictive models into clinical decision support tools that help doctors better treat their patients.
We are interested in the ACT Consortium for two reasons. The first of those is to showcase our digital solutions for streamlining clinical trial recruitment. And the second is to discuss pilots of our diagnostic algorithms that are being used for clinical decision support. So our technology specifically allows healthcare providers to request analyses of their electronic health records on demand. They can request those analyses to streamline study eligibility for clinical trials.
Our company is hoping to identify potential hospital sites to install and adopt our technology and then participate in studies to demonstrate the effectiveness of AIMS on healthcare quality and safety problems. Our AIMS product is a sensor and hardware that is installed in the ceiling. It observes the clinical operational environment in 3 dimensions continuously 30 times a second. It's not a camera. It does not capture images or video.
If you face depression and anxiety, as a clinician, we have not managed to make a dent in the prevalence of depression or of suicidality in the last 30 years. Transcranial magnetic stimulation is a technique for stimulating the brain non-invasively using powerful focused magnetic field pulses that can activate the brain directly. We began to have more and more accurate maps of brain function. And these maps revealed the areas of the frontal lobes that were underactive in depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, substance abuse, and lots of other mental health conditions.
I think that the ACT Consortium is a great opportunity for public-private partnerships. There's an opportunity to work together on clinical research that will promote new uses for digital health. For example, CloudDX is currently doing a clinical trial with Dr. Devereaux at PHRI on remote patient monitoring.
Our principal product is the heel-to-toe sensor, and it targets walking. And people are sometimes quite unaware that they don't really walk well. So I thought of, what if we had technology that did that, that gave that positive feedback when you made a good step. We have a pilot investigation starting in dementia. I have colleagues that are using it in multiple sclerosis. We're starting one in stroke. We're starting one in diabetes.
My particular interest in the ACT Consortium revolves around the fact that a lot of the consortia work on the brain. And with my company, TBI Finder, we've perfected the analysis of traumatic brain injury. In many pilots in Canada and in Switzerland, we've actually shown that our technology is quite useful for identifying abnormalities in the brain in things like early stage Alzheimer's and viral infections, long COVID, even epilepsy.
So within the ACT, there are a number of talented researchers and institutions, and it would be great to work with them to understand the problems that they're looking to solve.
One thing we know in research is that the big questions require big teams to solve them.
As somebody who's been in the medical technology field for decades in Canada, I have to say, where has ACT been all these years?